Hello everybody and welcome back again to Let's Play Hellblade Senua Sacrifice. We have arrived on this, well, it could be an island, and if I'm not mistaken, the tree over there is actually the tree from last episode, so we're not that far away, just on the other side of this water. And if the runestone that brought us here is any indication, this trial that awaits us here might have something to do with the Tyrfing saga. I am vaguely familiar with that one. I mean, I know some elements, but not all the details. It is not one of the core stories of Norse mythology. It's more one of the quote-unquote historical stories. I mean, on the one hand you have like the stories that actually deal with the gods and how they created the world and all that stuff, and Ragnarok, so the purely mythological stories. And then you have a very huge amount of sort of historical stories that deal with kings and heroes and in general just mortal men and women. For example, the Tyrfing saga in particular prominently features a shield maiden, if I remember correctly. And I mean, they're not really historical. They may be inspired by real historical events or are based on real historical persons, just, you know, distorted and embellished over the centuries, because most of the events on which they are based are like centuries older than the actual stories. For example, the Tyrfing saga and many others seem to be based on real historical events that took place in continental Europe at about the 4th and 5th century. So basically the migration period when all those Germanic tribes invaded the crumbling Roman Empire. And those tribes, they were basically just displaced themselves by the invasion of the Huns, who came from Central Asia and invaded Europe and pushed the Germanic tribes westwards into the Roman Empire, which eventually led to the downfall of the Roman Empire. And a lot of stories seem to be based on events that took place in this period, which means it is several hundred years before the events of this game, I assume. I mean, the story of this game is not really dated by a year or whatever, but I mean, they do refer to real events in real places. I remember Orkney being mentioned at one point, and Druth said that he is from Erin, which is Ireland, obviously. And I mean, the Viking raids on Britain and Ireland started in the, well, early 9th century, late 8th century, so that would be hundreds of years after the migration period. And there's actually one thing in this game that is a little bit historically inaccurate, because both Senua and Druth repeatedly talk about their gods, and by that they presumably mean the Celtic gods. As a matter of fact, Druth specifically called them Tuatha De Danann, which is the collective term for the gods in Celtic, specifically Irish mythology. However, if this game takes place during the Viking Age, when, you know, the Northmen started to raid the shores of Britain, then Ireland and Britain would have been Christianized for centuries already. So Senua and Druth being apparently pagan Celts and being invaded by Viking Age Northmen is anachronistic. That never actually happened. By the time the Vikings started to become active, Britain and Ireland were already Christian. So I guess they took some liberty with that fact in order to tell their story, which is fine in my book, because it's a game, it's not a history book, right? But I just thought I mentioned that. But yeah, let's look around this island and see what awaits us here. I probably have to go up on that hill, but I'm going to check out the other places as well, because we have another runestone here. Let's have a look at that.
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
Okay, so I remembered correctly, there is a shield maiden in this story, Hervor. So, let's see what else we can find about her story. But, yeah, I guess I need to go around here and find a way up that hill. I don't think I can walk along the beach in this direction, so I guess it's fine to move on uphill. Okay, what do we got here? Huh. This is a dead end. And this is just a random cart standing around. Okay, well, let's go into the dark underground place.
Go in. You have to go in. Take the torch. It's too dark.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Take the torch.
This will help you. Careful. You have
Much
to be
better.
able to see.
Oh no.
Who's there?
It's creepy inside. Of course it's creepy inside.
Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Okay, I hear a voice coming from this direction. But let me make sure to look around everywhere.
I'll find him.
Huh. I can't run, by the way, which is why I'm walking so slowly.
Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian. Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear him? Where is he? He sounds like he's getting further away. Have you lost him? You're going the wrong way. Are you lost and have you lost him?
Okay, this might be the wrong way, but it leads me to a runestone, so
Over this way. What was that?
let's have a look at it.
This
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires, as though they were mist. The flames I passed through were real enough. Damn the Northmen to hell.
Okay, yeah, but this seems to be a dead end. So let me go back to where I came from, and then I will try to follow the voice, I suppose. Is this where I came from? Oh, I'm going to get so lost. Okay, this is the way out. So this is where I came from. Let's check this passage now. This seems to be a dead end too.
There he is. There he is. Dillian, there he is.
Ooh.
He's gone.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me? Just wait there. I'll find you.
You have to find him. This is your mission. Find him. You have to use everything you have and find him. Get him back. He was just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him? How could you find him?
I'm trying. But okay, this is a dead end, so I need to go back again to the starting room. And I believe there is like one other passage I can take. So if I take this door, but then turn right... Oh, I'm going to get so lost in here. But this seems to be the direction where the screams are coming from.
You don't know what they might do.
Turn back.
She has to keep going.
It's not safe here.
She has to keep going.
If you go down there, no one can save you.
It's too scary.
I can hear him.
Okay, we have another runestone. That's good.
Within the burial mound, Hervor calls on her father to wake from death and bring her his sword. She says that it is not seemly for the dead in their grave mounds to bear valuable weapons. Her father answers with words of warning. You go to your doom. Baleful runes surround you. You have gone mad. You have lost your mind. Your thoughts are confused. It is dangerous to wake the dead. Like I said, she reminds me of you.
Well, I can see the similarities. But, these
voice is
rooms
getting louder. Listen.
all look the same.
Listen, listen, listen. It's him. Listen. It's getting louder. There he
They
is.
literally look all the same.
Keep going.
Senua, follow the voice.
You're nearly there.
Dillian's voice.
It's him. He's going to save you.
Find the voice.
Find him.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm walking in circles.
Find another way. It's not working.
You have to use your mind. Where can you go?
You're failing. Find another way.
Think. Focus. Use your mind.
Where's he gone? He's disappeared.
I also believe that this place is not quite real, that I'm walking from one room into the same room.
Find it.
She doesn't recognize it.
Yes, you do. You know why.
She doesn't.
Listen for his voice. Listen.
Dillian, where are
Listen
you?
for his voice.
Dillian,
Doesn't everything look the same?
it all looks the same.
Something's different. Look for clues.
What is it?
Clues?
What's different?
There's a clue.
Well, I don't know, maybe the painting on the shield is some sort of clue, but...
Torch.
Light it.
Oh, the torch?
What can you see?
This one?
You see?
Okay. Oh, I see, and now this one is lit as well. So... Ah...
Where are we?
I think I understand. So this is the same room as the one that I'm currently in.
You have fallen in.
You think that sound is Dillian's voice? It's a trap.
The same. All looks the same. Something's different.
Can I light this one as well?
What's different?
There's a clue.
Okay.
It's not him. It's not him.
We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Okay, but now both of them are kind of dark. So... this doesn't really help me. Let me light this one as well. Okay. Which means this one is the same room as the one that I'm in. Man, this is confusing. And where does this lead me? This is new. Oh, this is the other side of the room that I've been in before, maybe.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian.
What's happening? It's not him, it can't be.
What's that sound? The voice is changing.
Oh, this is a new runestone.
Like Dillian.
It sounds like something more dangerous.
Something is
Hervor ignores her father's warnings. The grave mound opens, and it seems to be full of fire. Again, Hervor demands her inheritance, But her father warns her that the sword is cursed and would be the bane of her family. But he relents and brings her the sword. She leaves the island with it, but the curse holds true, and death would follow in the years to come. And so, Senua, the misdeeds of a father have cursed his daughter.
The Northmen really like their cursed swords, don't they? But yeah, apparently I found all the runestones, so that's a plus. But now I still need to find my way out of here. This place is hurting my brain. Yeah, I can't go through here. So back into next room with a torch. Okay, I mean this is the same room, so I'm not going to go over there. So maybe I just have to backtrack a little bit. I don't know. This place is so confusing. Again, there's a torch in that room, so I guess I've been in there before. Well, this is new. And the voices are definitely getting louder. So I might be on the right track here.
Quiet. He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him. That voice. It's not Dillian.
Well, this is different. But again, there's a torch in that room, so I've probably been there before. Let's take this one instead. Yeah, this is different. Okay, what the hell is going on over there?
Senua.
And another dead end. Like I said, this place hurts my brain. Let's have a look at this over here.
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Can I open this? Okay.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chieftain's son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal.
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods.
Ooh.
Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Well, it seems like we're back.
It's done. You did it, but there's more. Going. There's more. You're tired, but you have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. You're getting tired.
Okay, it seems like we finished the first trial. And I gotta say this, these memories or flashbacks, in a way they're actually much sadder and more depressing than all the stuff going on in here in the underworld, because the stuff here is, you know, very bizarre and fantasy-like, but those flashbacks, they feel real, like, you know, stuff that actually happens in the real world. And it kind of makes them much more depressing than what's going on here. But yeah, we finished one trial, so now I have to find another one of these stones and start the next one, I guess. So I guess the order doesn't matter. I'm just going to use the next one over here. I kind of like how the stone circle looks like a ship, because there have been, you know, Viking burials that actually look like that, you know, a ship formed by stones. But okay, let's have a look at the next trial.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older, and where dying mothers gave birth, the marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's... creepy.
Oh dear,
Feels wrong.
where did it take us now?
Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong. This place.
Well, again, it seems to be fairly close to where we were before,
It smells like death.
but an entirely new
Can't
place.
breathe. Can you smell the death? It's too much. Turn back.
I can't turn back, I'm afraid. I can just go forward.
Hideous. The light. Go towards it. He's in the
Oh.
house. Find him. Don't let him disappear this time. Don't let him down. Get there. He's going in. He's disappearing. Follow him. Don't let him disappear. The air. Where's it gone? Keep going. How do you find it? It's just a dream. It's just
Oh,
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me.
this actually is kind of disgusting. Can I go inside here without drowning in this
Rot.
water?
She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water... She could taste the rot. But no one else could. She knew something was wrong. Something sinister.
It's an illusion.
She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough,
Keep going.
as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing. And they knew that she was not like them.
Okay, so Senua has some sort of sixth sense, so she can like see things that other people can't. Oh, is this another one of these magical gates? Yeah, it totally is. It removes all the rubble. So now we can go through here. And I'm willing to bet that this is another one. Yeah.
You have to fix it. How are you going to fix it? You can't get to the house until the bridge is fixed. You must. You have to get to the house. You have to find Dillion. Now you have to find him.
Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Well, presumably I can fix this by looking at it in the right angle. I probably have to be on top of this, right? On top of this bridge. Okay, we have another magic gate here. What does this one do? Okay, this one removes the fence. But I can't climb up here. Oh, a runestone. Let me check that out first.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. But that is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
Okay, well, I'm not familiar with that story actually. But yeah, it seems like we skipped a word. I guess one of the other trials has the betray word. Which means I only need to find one more runestone in this area. Anyway, we have another magic gate. Okay. This opens that door, which seems kind of pointless. Oh, I think I know. I think I know what I'm supposed to do.
Up the tower.
Yes.
The tower.
Now I can go through here
Find a way. The ladder is broken. How do you get up the tower?
and repair this over here.
To climb the tower.
The ladder.
And now I can go back and
What now?
climb up the tower. Yes.
Aligned to the tree.
Ah,
The bridge.
I like these puzzles. They're very clever. Okay, let's see. Let's fix the bridge.
She did it.
Did it. You fixed
There we go.
Fixed it.
You passed the trial. Get to the house.
You succeeded.
Thank you for your encouragement, I guess. Right, now we can just go through here. But before I go inside the house, let me make sure I haven't missed any runestones in this area. I need one more to finish the word. Okay, but this is where I came from. Well, okay, let's have a look inside the house. And maybe behind the house before we go inside. This is kinda heartbreaking. If you look at that, that apparently is a child.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Okay, we got a door over there.
Find him.
You have to find him.
The runes.
Focus.
Focus on the runes.
Focus the runes.
Okay, but before I do that, let me focus on this rune.
There was a Northman called Grettir. Big, red-haired, immensely strong. But he was afraid of the dark. It happened one night that an undead creature came to his house to drag him outside into darkness and kill him. He resisted with every ounce of his strength. He clung to the doorframe, but it gave way, and they spilled out of the house, and the monster fell back, and the moon shone down on its ghastly face. Grettir, terrified, cuts off its head, but is cursed forever. From that moment on, wherever he was, he would see those hideous eyes staring back at him. Sometimes we allow our own fear to haunt us to our grave.
Okay. Again, not familiar with that particular story. Right, we have some runes that we need to find. Let's have a look at it.
Dillian!
Ooh,
They're coming for me!
well, this is something different than usual.
You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian, go to him.
Okay.
He's trying to save us.
Oh, what the hell?
There it is. Huh? It's close. It's close. Move away. Run now.
What? Run away?
Not safe here. Run.
What the hell is going on here?
Your sword. You came through the wrong door. How are you going to fight? Where's your sword? To defend yourself.
Okay.
Creature.
How?
It's Dillian. Find the creature.
How am I supposed to find these runes?
It's not safe. You're dying. You're lost. You're dying. This is what death feels like.
Okay.
Don't let it see you.
It is.
Go towards it.
Run.
Focus.
Find
Focus.
it.
Oh, okay. I see it. Is this not enough?
Focus. Two more.
There we go.
Where are they, Senua? Where are you?
Don't let it see you.
Don't get lost.
Don't let it see you. You'll start to burn.
This is very unnerving.
Quick. Where's Dillian?
Where is he?
This is taking too long.
Can you hear him? You're lost.
Oh,
Find
oh.
them. Where are they?
What the hell is this fire? I am terrified of that fire. I'm just trying to get away from it. Okay, I still need to find 2 more runes. Okay, this is a door, but I can't open it at the moment.
What should I do?
I'm currently trying to follow the light, but I'm not sure if it's helping.
Go towards it. Focus. Focus.
Yeah.
Focus. Look.
There we go.
To find one more. One dance.
Okay, 1 more rune. Oh, no, not this direction. Not this direction. I see another light over here. Yes, this is the final rune.
You've got them.
Okay,
Find a way out. Find them again.
now back to the door, which I think should be somewhere over here. I believe. I actually don't know. Well, damn it, I'm totally lost.
Where are you?
Where is that freaking door? Is this it? Yes, this is it. Woo! Quickly! Achievement unlocked.
Senua! Senua! What happened?
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. It doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
I wonder if we're ever actually going to see Dillion. I mean, so far he's only been a shadow or a light or something like that, but we never actually saw him in real life. But yeah, that's 2 trials down and 2 more to go, I believe. I guess I'm just going to check out the next one over here, huh?
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin. He was beautiful, good and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Oh. Okay, I see Dillion over there. But where are we now? I see the tree and the dragon palace over here. So again, it's just, you know, across the water. But it looks very different. This seems to be something I can open. Well, before I check out that mask, can I...
The bridge. You've come this far, but the bridge is broken. There's no way you can fix it. What do you do now, Senua?
Okay, I can't go through here. Let's have a look at that mysterious mask.
Focus.
What the hell is going on here? Oh, okay, now the bridge is repaired.
Here to watch you fail again. Don't fail. Where are we? What is this? It's the same. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer.
Yes, it's definitely nicer.
Can we stay? Let's stay here. I like the way it feels. It's safe here. It's calm here. It's light here. It's nice.
Okay, we have another bridge over here, but we can't open it from this place. However, this is repaired now.
The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed.
Okay.
Let's cross it.
Can I open this one? No, I can't. Of course not. Why would it be so easy? But we have another runestone.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Baldur. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Baldur dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Baldur's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness. Swear an oath not to harm her son. One by one, they each make their vow. Neither weapons nor wood will injure him, Baldur's mother boasts. Only Loki, father of Hela, the mistress of death, is not amused.
Okay, apparently we are back to the mythological topics now. I'm more familiar with that one. So, I know how that story ends.
Don't forget. You can feel it. You need the runes to fight Dillion. You need Dillion.
Okay, that's only one
He's
rune.
waiting for you. He always said he's close. He cares about you. I can feel he's close. He loves you. I can feel his love calling you. Dillion. Dillion, we're here. Dillion. Open the gate. She can't. Open the gate. It's locked. Try harder.
Of course it's locked.
She will. She'll find a way. She always finds a way.
So what can I do here? I suppose I can use this bridge now, but this isn't really helping me, is it? I can go back to the mask. Okay. Now what? Oh! So I can look through the mask again and I go back to the other world where everything is destroyed. And oh yeah, right, I can use this bridge now. I mean, it could be that this place is like in the past, and if I change things in the past, they will also remain that way in the present. Let's try that. Okay, so the doors are open, that's good. And yes, the bridge is still here. Okay,
The gate is open.
this is how it works.
Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe.
Oh, another mask.
Dillian, there he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go. He disappears. Dillian, don't lose him. Way too many times.
Okay.
Him disappear. Dillian, there he is. Quick.
So, am I supposed to use this mask now?
Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark world.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Now that window over there looks like my ruin, but mirrored. So I might have to look at it from the other side. But first, let's have a look at this runestone.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to wonder at this great marvel. But Loki shapes himself into a woman and asks Balder's mother, "Is it really true that all things promise to keep him safe?" "I did not ask the mistletoe," Balder's mother confesses. "I thought it was too young." Oh dear.
Well, you can probably imagine where this story is going, right? Yeah. There's definitely the rune around here somewhere.
You can't go up there.
You can't go up.
Not in this world.
Okay.
Not in this.
Oh, it's not from the other side, it's the shadow over here. Is it not? It is.
Senua, you've got it.
Okay.
Why isn't he here?
He's gone.
He's in the dark world.
He's gone to the dark world.
You're in the wrong world.
Right, I need to go back outside.
Without you.
He was the only one who didn't mind the curse.
He loved her so much.
I think I know how I can do this. Use the mask again, go back outside, right? Okay. Let's do this. Can I open this now? Okay. Just needed to find the right angle.
You are guilty.
Was it worth it?
There he is.
Where are you taking
He's
him?
up there. He's up there.
How do you get up there?
There's a way. There is a way up there.
Find the way.
She can do it. You're nearly there. Just find the way.
Oh, I see. There's another broken stairwell. However, I just saw a quick save and the episode is pretty long already. So I'm going to make a cut here and we will continue this trial in the next episode. So, as always, thank you for watching and see you again next time.